I'm feeling good. Orange steak's going a lot better lately. Now that I've done some studying, done some improvement. Time for painted deck, which I haven't lost since white steak. Losing on white steak was really embarrassing, but I didn't know anything at the time. What's a gamer to do? Now I know better, though. Like a full house. That doesn't win in one, right? Need to get 35 points to win in one. 12 plus 18 is 30, so 70. Nope, not enough. We also have 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to discard like this until I get another 9 or another 4. Kings are slightly more than 4s, but it's still not winning in one. But it's the best I got. And there's the other 9. Good to know 2 middling full houses wins in 1 on the boss blind, or wins in 2 on the boss blind. Red card, yeah. Seems good. Cards played previously this ante are debuffed. Good to know. We're not winning in 1 unless we get like 4 of a kind. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. 1/6 left. There's going to be a lot of debuffed cards for the boss blind, that's all I gotta say. So I think buying and skipping once might be pretty valuable, unless I get something good here, which I didn't. I will buy and skip the standard pack. Oh, money's pretty cool. I will buy and skip the planet pack. There's the money. With the extra malt, this should be pretty smooth sailing. Does it get us there? With the extra malt, I have to get... Yeah, it does. Even with all the debuffs. Okay. 3 malt red card. Arrowheads. Really good. I think I'll pick that up and the devil card. I'm not going to be scaling red card very much early game. I think those are the purchases I'm allowed this blind. I think I'll just play this. Winning in 1 is unlikely anyway. Well, I guess it wasn't that unlikely. I could have discarded for more spades. Getting these full houses has been pretty nice. Don't know if I want to stick with full houses. Flushes might be the better alternative here. Stencil Joker. I think I'm just gonna save. Gotta stick to my guns. We have this straight here. but I do want to try to win in one. I think I need to do a flush for that. Alright, and that's good to know. All face cards drawn face down should be fine, in theory. Clearance sale's so tempting, but I think the interest is more tempting. Happy to be winning in one there. Alright. Time to start doing better things. I'll open this for a chance at money. $5, and that's just a net loss of $1. More spades is pretty valuable, but so is more malt. I think we're going to stick with Arrowhead for the time being, so I think World makes sense. And then opening and skipping this seems smart. Chaos the Clown's pretty tempting too, just because, well, both of these are pretty tempting. Decent econ jokers. This one actually making money, this one not so much. I think I'll take the one that actually makes money. And go next. If it pays for itself in one hand, I'm down. Ace, 2s, and 3s. So no straight here. I'm wondering if it's worth it to try to search for it. I guess it is, technically. I can look for the flush at the same time. Alright, flush came in, no straight. Bit of a bummer. I could leave myself open to a straight if this doesn't win in one. Which it shouldn't. Eight, 9, 10, jack. Bummer. And literally no other hands except for a pair. That gets rid of our gold card value. I guess I'll play an 8 high. Full house. Okay, I can get behind that. Mystic Summit kind of tempting, but red card's going to overtake it fast enough. Play only one hand, though. Bit spooky. I think I'll pick it up for now. $15 is pretty good for interest anyway. At least we're not poor. I'm looking for a full house. There's one already. Happily play that. Even without Mystic Summit value. Could look for another one. Got jacks. 4s and 3s. Guess I'll say goodbye to the 3s since we don't have the spade. Well, there's the 3. I'll do it like this, saving... I guess I don't have to save for the flush or the full house. Yes, I don't have to save for the flush. Whatever. Jerk game. Never gives me what I want. Let's see what the flush gets us with the Mystic Summit. 9k? Alright, that's good enough to win on the boss blind. Open this for hermit value. I guess more spade value is good too. Do we want to destroy a certain suit? Hearts are already pretty low. And skip again. I think this is fine. Has to play a flush here. Can't get away with 2 pair. Let's just play a high one. Was also looking for gold cards there. Alright. Should be good. Now it's on flushes, that's good. Could probably play non-spade flushes to farm some money. Burglar's pretty cool. Good combo with Mystic Summit. I am going to pick that up. Overstock's also really tempting. Oh wait, only 4 jokers, right. Do we need Mystic Summit, is the question. This is going to outscale it pretty fast. I think not. I'm going to go a little risque here. But just a little. If we're going for flushes, I might start leveling those up instead of just skipping for red card. But we're getting our chips and malt from these 2 already, so the level ups aren't nearly as valuable as usual. All face cards debuffed is fine. Alright, I will play a spade flush first, because if we win, we still get good econ. Alright, good to know. Can play a diamond flush next. Not bad. Another world card is tempting, but I think the flushes have been fine so far, so just take the malt. Wheel of Fortune's meh. I don't know if we're going to be sticking with all these jokers anyway. Overstock I do want before the end of the round, but I'll peek that next time. We're on 4 of a kind now. Impossible with this deck, but also not that likely. Just play the flush, I think. I think I'll just play the flush. Yeah, leveling up flushes soon. Probably worthwhile, just so that the spade flushes aren't the only ones we can depend on. Almost got the 4 of a kind on the aces. Could fish for it. Let's see. I could just play this. I mean, it probably wins with the 24 malt. 10 times 25 is already 250. No, it doesn't win. You can play it. It was wishful thinking, but at least we got the gold card. Face cards debuffed is going to be pretty bad for Arrowhead, but nothing too crazy. No hermits this entire time has been pretty sad. Buy Overstock first, because I definitely want that. 18k. I can buy this and then sell that to get us over the interest level. I'm not going to skip a blue seal, I don't think. That's just valuable. Alrighty. Let's not mess around here. I guess I don't have to play the flush. I could play the straight, keep the gold card if I want to be greedy. And keep my spades available. Sure, I'll be a little bit greedy. Seven, 8, 9, 10 jack now. Missing out on a lot of gold cards, but I also just don't want to lose here. It's not unlikely that I can lose. So just play the good hands. Okay, need one more spade flush. Okay, got it. Could also just play a pair in the meantime for some money. Does the spade flush get us there? I actually wasn't paying attention. 200 chips. So about, let's just say 250 times 30. So 7,500 points? Yeah, that gets us there. So we can play the pair. Get a little greedy here. And we can play another. And end on the flush with a bunch of debuffed face cards. Alrighty. Still looking for hermit cards. Would love those. Take skips while I can get them. Emperor is fine. Gotta get to 25k now. It's getting a little dicey. But we don't have to worry about debuffs now, and also red card got a little bit of a buff. So I think I can chill. What's the boss blind? No repeat hand types. That could be a little scary. While I'm here, just get rid of more hearts, I suppose. We do have 5 7s right now. 6 7s, so I don't really want to get rid of one of those. I'll just do it like this instead. Because that could be a pivot or something we use on the boss blind. Gonna be making a lot of money here, so that's nice. Slightly concerned about losing, though, since our spades are nowhere to be found. I want to keep the blue seal if I can. I'm not so afraid that I'm opposed to being greedy, but it is getting a little concerning. Thank you. I'm not going to mess around anymore. This might not even win, actually. I'm a little scared. Okay. Whew. Bit spooky. Use the planet card before going to the shop. Okay, the money's good. It might be time to get rid of Burglar now, since no repeat hand types means the extra hands aren't as valuable. because Brainstorm, I mean, is definitely valuable. It's about 2x our score at this point, which is a great improvement. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell, or I could keep Burglar and just do to-do list. No repeat hand types coming up. I suppose I sell to-do list. We've gotten a lot of value from it. Definitely pick up the Brainstorm, I think. Temperance now. Another world card is kind of nice. I really should be considering just skipping incessantly, though. This is a good skip. Don't need the polychrome stone card, that's for sure. That's good. Four of a Kind's a good backup. And we try our best. Burglar is copyable. So I think we do it like this. Was just thinking about it. If I move this, does it mess it up? When the blind is selected, gain 3 hands. I don't think so. I can just swap it back, right? Okay. So... well, we got the flush, so just play it. Which one gives more points? An extra 250 chips, which is about a 2x, maybe like a little bit less. Or an extra 33 malt. I guess the math here is just like what percentage of the chips gained versus the flat chips I have. What percentage is this compared to the chips I've gained? It's hard to verbalize that. Basically, this gives me 250 chips, which is this is a fifth of that. This gives me 33 malt, and that's a little less than a fifth. Yeah, so I think the malt's actually better. Sorry if that was confusing. It's confusing to me too. Okay, now's our chance to take out some more hearts. Gotta think about what I'm going to be playing for the boss blind, though. Flush is pretty good. Straight flush could be something. Still no hermits. Could do more worlds, but it's not going to matter on the boss blind here. I think I'm just going to skip. Keep getting our malt up where I can. There is a flush level up, which gives 2 malt and 15 chips as opposed to just malt. But I think for this boss blind, it still makes sense to just skip. Alright, no repeat hand types means I'm scared. We're going to get halfway there with 1 flush, and then we need some other hands to get us the rest of the way. But we have a lot of spades to work with. And a lot of flat malt, so I think it should be fine. So... ending on the flush obviously would be ideal. A straight flush is a pretty good start. I mean, that might get us halfway there already. Here's a pair. Now end on the regular flush. pretty lucky. But also, I've worlded so many of my cards, it's not that lucky. Not that out of the question. All these extra hands is so good for the econ, though. Oh, I should have used this before I came to the shop. Alright, ante-6. What's coming up next? Extra large blind. Now that's concerning. Gotta start scaling even faster. No flush, no deal. Do I care about a death card? Kind of. Get more scaling by duplicating this card. I would love to turn it into a space. And my audio cut out right there for the rest of the video. So this is post-game Qinthos doing some commentary on what's going on screen. And I'm just going to throw some Balatro music underneath it, I guess. But yeah, let me just get back and relax. In a reclining position. Alright. So yeah, gotta start scaling a little bit faster. And that's mostly just gonna be using the blue seal that I have to try to level up the flushes. But as of now, we're kind of cruising. Just being pretty greedy with it. Having 10 hands was a godsend, that's for sure. Burglar and duplicating it with like Blueprint and Brainstorm, kind of OP in my opinion. And super fun to have figured that out. Because it really came in handy here, getting all those blue seals and gold cards whenever I needed them. And here, obviously, I'm using the death card to duplicate the 7, even though it's a heart. I plan to turn it into a spade later, so it's fine. Any amount of scaling we can get from planet cards is good for me. And use them before the shop. Nice. Nice job past me. I don't think it ever came into play, though. They never show up in the shop, even though I do it right. And to be honest, I think that's a crime. I think I should be rewarded for that. So here, can always take one and then skip the red card, but I'm kind of falling off the red card at this point. It's got so much base malt already. Doing the Fool for the flush level up's good, and I think I take the Temperance as well for extra cash. Because I need to start getting malt. Multiplying the score in order to beat this big old boss blind coming up, 240k. So I'm a little concerned about that. I'm not ahead of skipping a standard pack though. Flush level 8, pretty good. Another world card, pretty good. I think I reroll, yep, one more time. Okay, here's a big one. I ran into the Constellation, and I was too afraid of the extra large blind. We only have one more shop after this. To sell any of my jokers in order to get the malt up on Constellation. My conclusion I came to here is that no, I don't want the Constellation because there's not enough time. And also, I probably would have taken it if it was on the shop right when I entered, when I had my like $43 or something like that in my pocket. Because there were planet cards available at that point. I think I hear my fiance stifling sneezes in the background. But yeah, that was my conclusion. Too late. Too little, too late. I would have picked it up if this wasn't the boss blind that we had, though. 240k is just a little too spooky for me at this point. But you know me, I think it over for so long, talking to myself. Going back and forth about it. Right now I'm probably like, oh, we can get rid of the Burglar. We don't need an extra 6 hands. But the answer is we do. We do need that many hands. Although, something to I considered the entire video was, Even though we have 10 hands, we can't make 10 flushes. We don't have that many spades, or at least not that many spade flushes. I think our maximum right now is like 6, because we have I think we have 30 spades. But the upside of the burglar and duplicating it is just we can get through our entire deck and actually see every single spade, so it's almost guaranteed we get all of our flushes that we possibly can get, at least in the one spade suit. Can't guarantee I can get all the other ones, but we don't need those. Here I'm like, whatever, I kind of want to use the world card on my other blue seal. And I'm like, oh, should I really use it only 2 cards instead of 3? No, I'm gonna be greedy. I'm only gonna get 1 planet card from here anyway. Do I play the Jupiter before the store? Hell yeah, I do. I'm getting good at that. And now I see the Emperor. I'm like, well, I better use the world card now. Because I'm buying that Emperor. And skip here. Not worth it. Red card's OP. Give it some love when I can. Star card, useless. Justice card, good. I say, very good. I almost sold it though. I was like, wait a second. This could be the key to getting through this boss bind, since we're not finding malt anywhere else. Always double check that burglar placement, just in case I mess it up. And we're on the boss blind, so glass it up and play it. Maybe use the Emperor card first. Maybe? Nope, I say I am too distracted to do that. Also, I want the blue seal, apparently. Well, that didn't get as many chips as I thought it was going to give me, so time to Emperor again. I love the death card. More blue seals is always welcome. Keeping the red 7 just because we've already duplicated 7s. This is where I talk about that. I was like, I'm not going to tower a 7. We have so many 7s. We could get like 4-of-a-kind 7s in an emergency. So 4 it is. Goodbye 4. Even though we're falling behind in score here, I'm feeling pretty good now. This flush gets us, yeah, 56k. So as long as we play 3 more, we're good. On the cusp of 2 more, actually, because other hands are still getting us some points. Yeah, could win in 1 more. And I throw the blue seal out there because we can only hold 2 planet cards anyway. God, I hope the audio doesn't bug out on this one too. That'd be so embarrassing. I think I fixed the settings though. My streaming software has been really freaking up. And use those Jupiters before the shop opened, like a good boy. Another death card, another blue seal, happily. Don't do it on the 7. Remember what we said. Nice. I'm doing this recording right after I finish the video just because it was on the top of my mind. I do remember mostly what I did. Right now I'm like, we're just burglaring right now, so do I really care about the voucher? Not really. If I have extra money at the end of this, this ante, I'll pick it up in case we replace the burglar with Malt or something in the end. But, I mean, this one's going to be smooth. We just got the 240k, the boss blind doesn't really affect us at all. So, getting to 210 without any pressure whatsoever. Very easy. I'm playing some spades here to try to find blue seals. At this point, I'm just like, well, this is the perfect time to farm for it. Get our flushes upgraded, maybe the base malt and chips upgrading will be enough in the end. There's the other blue seal. Greed is good. Use the Jupiters. Oh, no. Looks like I forgot. Hover your mouse over them to tell everybody. Yep. This is where I'm saying, ah, geez, I did it again. Pretty much skipping everything in standard packs now. The only thing I would consider taking is like a steel card that's also a spade, a glass card that's a spade, polychrome obviously. But those are the only three. Those are the only three. I think we have enough blue seals at this point. I wanted to play the glass 5 so that I could get it out of my hand because I don't really want to use it. I'm saving it up now. But I couldn't do that without pairing it, so I couldn't discard it really. But yeah, save up the glass cards for the late game. Just in case we get screwed over by the anti-8 boss blind. At this point, I'm like scared of disabling one of my jokers randomly. Disabling all jokers until one of them is sold. That's another scary one. The Violet Vessel, I think, the big one. There's a lot of boss blinds for a painted deck that really stink. Having so few, because like most of the boss blinds just affect your jokers. So painted deck is the biggest victim for that kind of thing. Anyway, blasting up the Spade 7 with the blue seal on it because we're not really trying to play it anytime soon until the anti-8 boss blind. And at that point, we don't mind if it breaks. Didn't mess up the Jupiters this time. Level 15 now, pretty good. Wheel of Fortune could improve us, yep. Hits Burglar for 50 chips, not bad. No flush, no deal. At this point, I'm like, is one extra level up really worth it? I guess I should probably take Wasteful, just in case we end up dropping the Burglar. Right now, I'm calculating whether or not Arrowhead would be a better drop, since Arrowhead is technically like, it's like 1.8xing our score, if I was going to get really specific, but rounded up 2xing our score because it's giving us 2 times as many chips as we otherwise would have on just a base flush, not including the card values themselves being added to the score. So if I found like a 3x for Malt, it would just be a straight upgrade to get rid of the Arrowhead in favor of that. Here it's easy, Diamond's debuffed. We just look for our flushes, look for our blue seals. Not winning in 1 here, so we can just play them. Not winning in 2 either. Give me that blue seal, give me the second one. Okay, there it is. Now we need to find more spades for the flush, though. I don't play the stone card because I was shocked at how much points it gave us last time I played it. I didn't want to win by accident and get like a high card level up. Getting max blue seal value. I feel like that carries through orange stake. And it's something I didn't realize until just now. I think that's one of the main reasons I was losing a lot at the beginning of orange stake on all these other decks. We find out the boss blind here. Very large. Violet Vessel. And I'm like, ah, crud. Ah, jeez. Gotta start scaling now, and I'm like, do I even bother scaling up my red card at this point, or getting more spades? I think I determined that getting more spades is worth it, but I don't think the death card is. Because if we're gonna have 10 hands, we should try to get as close to being able to play 10 flushes as we can. And for that, we need more spades. But yeah, I'm like, I think we need malt at this point, so I might just save up for rerolls. Oh yeah, I do decide to get the death card, and that's because I want to death some of our glass cards. I determined that glass cards are malt on a 36 base malt hand. That's pretty good. I'm doing the math right now. I think it ended up being 32 times 36 if we get a 5 card glass flush. So like 400-ish malt. I don't know the math exactly. 32 times 36? No, wait. It's like 900, isn't it? Something crazy? Maybe not. But anyway, it's a lot, so I'm like, okay, perfect. Death this blue seal 7 glass card. We're not gonna win in one though, so I can do it next hand. Also, I forgot to move the burglar over for this hand, so I got a little scared there at the beginning. But no harm, no foul. 200k, easy enough to get with only 7 hands instead of the 10. Replacing a 7 with a 7, kind of misplay there. I probably should have just chosen the 5 of diamonds or the 2 of clubs, since I have been holding on to my black 7s and 7s of any color this entire time. I'm getting good at using these Jupiter cards before the shop though. Pretty proud of that. Obelisk doesn't work, but Seltzer. Very interesting to me. I'm like, wait a second, this could double the triggers on my glass cards. This could be the malt I need. It also helps out with... maybe we don't get all of our glass cards in one flush, so we're getting double value from the ones we do find. The only downside here is only 10 hands to do it, and we have 10 hands per round, so we're going to be draining the Seltzer very quickly. That's a post-game analysis for me, though, because in the moment right now, I don't actually think about that. I'm like, whatever, we're going to get a million glass card triggers. We can just sell our arrowhead and cut our score in half by 2. And then I think whenever I pull up the next blind, I'm like, hey, wait a second. That means we're going to be winning in more hands, which means burning the Seltzer faster, which means we're not going to have as many for the boss blind. And if we're keeping burglar, it means we're going to have to continue playing hands and burning the Seltzer as the blind progresses, just looking for our glass cards. So if our glass cards are in the bottom half of our deck, the Seltzer's not even going to work. Bit spooky, but we'll see how it plays out. Right now I'm considering, do I just skip the blind, because the +3 hand size is kind of nice, and save all of our Seltzer charges for just the boss blind? But I'm like, it's too scary. I only have, I think, 3 glass cards, and there's no guarantee that 3 of them is enough for 1.2 million. So I decided to play this out. And then I'm like, hey, wait a second. This isn't going to score very well. Because I got rid of 250 chips. 77,000, oh no. That's like 6 hands. Okay, not 6 hands. That's like 4.5 hands. Down the drain just because I decided to get a little greedy. A bit of a misplay, and having to burn hands on playing high card clubs feels bad when you're trying to save up your seltzer charges. I'm panicking so much, I'm just like, just play the glass card, try to win in one. I accidentally played my extra blue seal, so missed out on some value there. But I was freaking out, and look, I'm not even gonna play the Jupiter. Oh my god, it's over. Now, this is a really funny shot, because in my head I'm like, oh, Hanging Chad kinda does what Seltzer does. I could sell Burglar, and like double up on the re-triggers for the glass cards. But that still doesn't solve my problem of having to find all my glass cards before getting halfway through our deck. So that's in my head right now while I'm like, okay, Justice card, perfect. More glass cards is what I need exactly. And I'm just not noticing the Joker that's right in the middle there. God, I wonder how long it's gonna take. I was here for a while, agonizing. And I was like, I'm not gonna buy the Celestial pack, it's too expensive. Would it be better to just replace Seltzer at this point? Like, is Seltzer even gonna get value? And then I'm like, wait a second. There he is, my savior. The Luchador himself. Sell this card to disable the boss blind, which brings us down to only needing to get 400,000 points. And we were getting 70,000 from normal flushes, seltzered flushes, but it didn't really matter because the seltzer was only adding about 40 chips. So let's just round down to 60k for flush. So at 400,000, at 60k per flush, we would only need 7 flushes. I don't know if we have that many spades. We have 6 flushes worth of spades. But, I mean, we have glass cards, and those make up for it. So it's a no-brainer. We either sell the Seltzer or we sell the Burglar, and I just love the Burglar so much. So Seltzer goes. Seltzer goes. Any minute now. There we go. And now I'm re-rolling looking for that one tarot card that spawns a Joker. I forget what it's called. Because I'm going to have to sell the Luchador and I'm just going to have 3 Jokers. Extra money, didn't have enough for another reroll, so may as well level up flushes one more time. Level 21. Old enough to drink. Luchador doesn't become active until you enter the boss blind. Boom. 800,000 fewer points. So yeah, now it's easy. We move the red card over, get our 2x mult on that bad boy, and just play our flushes, searching for a 4 glass card spade flush. I think we only have 4 glass cards, but I see that we got 75k from that hand, which means we're on the right path to winning in 5 or 6, actually. Like, we probably could have beaten this just with the vanilla flushes at this point. We did get a lot of level ups on our flush there at the end. So yeah, searching around. Don't need blue seals anymore. I think I end up just playing the regular flush. Because why not? There's no downside. We know how many spades are left in the deck. We're not going to run out. And we get to see our entire deck anyway. Having 10 hands to go through your entire deck, kind of insane. That's another thing I've learned about Orange Stake over the past few videos is the reason you lose in Balatro is just because you don't get the hand you need when you need it. So any joker or deck manipulation you can do to increase the chance of getting the hands you need when you need them just multiplies your win rate. Very, very powerful. So here we got the 3 diamonds. Not enough for me. Keep searching. We only have 7 cards left anyway. And there they are, all 4. Would have liked to get 5 for the beauty of it, but this is enough. And I was shocked. It actually only gave us 350k. So, not finding that 5th glass card, pretty spooky if we didn't get the Luchador. Getting up to 1.2 million, I don't know if we would have been able to do it. But yeah, pretty proud of that one. Another win under my belt. Without having to lose once or twice beforehand. Orange Stake has been kicking my butt, so any win on my first try, totally worthwhile. Anyway, this is where I'm saying thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. Bye-bye.